One thing I wanted to ask you
Yeah.
was, what do you think about this Nintendo NX talk about not having a optical drive? Do you think that they're going to? It's either, and I don't know if it's necessarily the NX. It could be like, a discless Wii U, or maybe they're. Well, I don't think they would ever go back to any form of cartridge. But what do you think about the new Nintendo system possibly being having no disc?
I guess I've got two basic thoughts about that. One, it's not all that surprising given that things like Steam and the Steam box, exist. It's digital, I think, is kind of inevitable, guys. It's not going to take over as the dominant format of how we consume our media for a while, but it's I think it's inevitable that's going to come. I think there will still be tangible media in niche things, in niche little markets where people just like to have it, but at the same time, it's cheaper. I mean, they don't have to have factories pressing out games. You can get them faster. You don't have to leave your house. I mean, you can literally get it in the first 10 seconds that it's released, So there's definitely some argument to be made for the convenience factor. However, Nintendo, of all people, I don't think should lead this pack for one simple reason. Nintendo games are like Harley Davidson motorcycles. They depreciate very slowly, meaning the Wii U games are probably almost going to hold their value indefinitely. I'm thinking that that's going to be a very highly collectible system someday, if not very, very soon, simply because there's not a huge library. Like, it's very attainable to get that entire thing. Some people are actually already getting close. Because there wasn't much third-party support for it, so you're really only after the Nintendo titles. And even, some of the first-party titles that were released for the Wii U have almost not gone down in price. Super Mario 3D World and stuff is still, you can't get it for less than $40-45. I mean, even used, you're still going to pay that much because it's a Nintendo game, man. I mean, these guys basically popularized video game collecting. Their thing. They should be the champions of physical media. I mean, they're the people making amiibos, so they're kind of holding us, into physical media. Could it be something else? We don't know for sure that it's the Nintendo NX. Could it be something entirely different? Yes, it's absolutely possible. I guess if it is the NX, I'm not going to be that surprised. I don't think it's a very smart move for Nintendo, but I guess we're going to have to see. I know that Nintendo knows what they're up against, that they need a success this time. Like, this needs to happen. Like, I'm not talking like threat of bankruptcy or anything like that. I mean, they could quit doing consoles altogether and just do the fucking DS, and they'd still be one of the most profitable companies in the world. But as far as consoles, man, they need a home run. Like, they really need something big. Not necessarily like bigger than the Xbox or the PlayStation, but they definitely need to compete. So I guess we'll see, man. I'm going to reserve my judgment. I'm just going to wait and see what happens and hope that they've got their heads far enough out their ass to know what they're doing.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what they're going to do. I just, as a collector, I hate seeing the end of physical media, but I mean, we all know it's eventually going to go to that.
Yeah, it sucks, but
I'd like us to eventually, talk sometime about the retro VGS console that they're talking about putting out, because I think that'll scratch a lot of collectors, backs in that area that especially where they want physical games still, and I think that's going to be a neat system when that comes out. But we'll save that for a later date.